another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something about Benz looking cute. That's fine as
the NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati.
I hear you, bro.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Mariota. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Jalen Hawkins is there to bring him down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Here we go. 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. Here's Burrow. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
First and 10, it's Patterson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now Mariota. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They were in the 46 defense just plugging up the middle.
And you know what the 46 means, right? That means you take up the first 3 guys, the center and the 2 guards. You cover them with your big people up front. I don't understand why you're trying to run up the middle against the 46 defense. The old Bears showed us it wasn't able to be done. They didn't get it done on that one either.
On 2nd and goal, Mariota, and he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel.
Ain't no boy come back that fast.
Show it off later on. Look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Was that Ryder? Oh, that's Mariota. I got to make that sub. Really?
Try to run it with Patterson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game.
And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let it put some points on the board.
On defense.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there.
Oh, come on, defense.
To thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3.
Can't let stuff like that happen.
Their turn now. Back out on the field. Put together a good drive and get some points of their own.
Here we go. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow, open man is Chase, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work.
Come on, we got them boys coming. Come on.
Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And when the ball gets swung out wide like that, sometimes it helps you as a defender because now the field gets cut down and you actually have the sideline. It's almost an extra tackler for you. You can locate your target quickly, and he was able to get over there and make the play.
And the next-gen stat shows the top speed there, better than 18 miles an hour.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion.
They sleep on the Falcons, man.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where you're
I thought he slept through.
thinking because you're exactly right. Tried to sit on a lead.
Cause that nigga Cordell Patterson, that boy slithery. That boy was shifty.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
Damn.
Much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Mariota to throw it. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 30.
He ain't got that storm for a reason.
10 yards.
He got that storm for a reason.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him.
Him and Kyle Pitts, really the only 2 niggas they got, really.
Found a way to pick up a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Give to Patterson, running to the right. And he's across the 40.
Damn, I can never get that exit.
46 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a really nice job of picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to see. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Sally.
3rd and short yardage. Mariota. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16. 1st down, Falcons.
Just play the storm.
Coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Bro, I seen that shit on YouTube, bro. Niggas be playing together through the game. That shit weird as hell, bro.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Mariota. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies.
Oh.
And it's intercepted. And the Bengals will take
What?
over here just shy of the 30.
That's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides. But sometimes
Nigga, way back there.
a little higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
No.
Receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end.
Wow.
30, the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hayden Hurst, 79 yards. And the Bengals have moved out in front. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it, took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Burrow will throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Ready?
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Mariota. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one incomplete. Oh, I couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw, Mariota. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now Mariota on 4th down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Mariota's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's tough.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is
There's
the NFL.
a lot of defense play that half. There's only 3-7.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Newell.
14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch?
Yo.
And then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
A throw over the middle.
That's crazy.
And he's going to get this one down.
Buddy getting off.
To the red zone. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That's complete right around the 8.
I don't like that tackle animation. It's like they pull him forward.
About the 8-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly in position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. 66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. This goes out wide for Mixon. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. McPherson out for the Bengal field.
Their defense trying to turn it up.
Right hash here should be an easy one.
I get that to him.
McPherson's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. All things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Mariota. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Mariota. Looking sideline, incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you
Offense just can't connect.
turn it over and hurt your team.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. 3rd down, here's Patterson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he's got his tight end.
Okay, I seen both on down. One of them gonna catch that hoe.
Have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They'll give it to Patterson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to
come on, O-line.
As time has... They'll go again with Patterson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Mariota. And this time he is...
Yes, sir. Get enough.
Cordero Patterson from 3 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is.
Ooh, I needed that, but ooh, that a little bit of weight off a nigga's shoulder. Yeah.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing
And that tight end keep getting out.
or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon.
Wow. That's some bullshit.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. So Charles,
look at defense just folded like that. That's wild.
Punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that? Right? Who's going to get
shitty-ass defense. It's crazy.
Right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Cameron Sample there to make the play defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run with Patterson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 78 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up.
Nigga had pushed me forward. They had bust through that bit, really.
Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mariota to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
What the fuck?
Incomplete.
Bro, they be blowing me.
Take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Patterson running between the tackles, and they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
Ooh.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Offense ain't really on shit.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
Oh, see.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now Mariota.
Look at that. Come on, yo. Hold on to him.
He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Yeah.
Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. The sack backs him up, so now Mariota in Atlanta dealing with a 3rd and long. To throw, Mariota. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face.
This
This entire
damn,
game
man.
is down to the next snap.
Fourth down, Mariota. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught.
Oh, Sam, let's go.
Into the end zone. So they get the
Let's fucking go. Just throw that bitch up.
extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point.
The O-line is ass.
We are tied here in the 4th quarter. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
We got to lock onto that tight end, bro. He been getting the fuck off.
Signal for and take it.
Come on, Didi.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. Second down and 6 now from the 42. Mixing up the middle. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Burrow.
Let's go.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
This shit fire as hell. Y'all niggas way back there.
First down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hail Mary.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Mariota. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Oh.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So it'll be the Bengals with the football here to start the overtime session as the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here we go. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. First throw in overtime now for Burrow. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might crack.
Dang, boy, them corners getting dead. Yeah.
Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts. Maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage, who took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way.
Here we go.
Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here we go. 11 MT, hey! 11.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst.
Man, dang.
So the game-winning
He that
touchdown
fast?
came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, Parker?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this. All the way through. Who's going to win it? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not surprised it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Here's Patterson again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So nothing there that time, but maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. What can Mariota do in the OT? He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Now Mariota on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So it's the Bengals who come away with a win. And the man leading the way was your
Good game, bro.
That's Joe Burrow.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it.
I might get on Call of
He
Duty.
led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.